campaign or charity down into three things, which is prevention, rehabilitation and education. The prevention side, we're involved with kids doing the boxing sessions, football sessions. We sponsor them for their kits. We sponsor local boxing clubs. And then the rehabilitation side of things is going to be more based upon like a youth training centre, basically, where we can try and rehabilitate these kids. And education just comes into all of it. We're constantly trying to educate the kids into around the county lines and knife crime awareness, basically. Yes. So tonight's a charity boxing event set up to raise awareness for our campaign, Change Your Life, Put Down Your Knife. So it's representing the families that have lost loved ones. Each fight's named after a loved one who's lost their life to knife crime, basically. So we've got around about 7 different fights, all various weights. We've got an adult comedian, we've got a few guest speakers. There's a VIP meal going on along with a bit of music at the end, so a charity auction as well. So we've tried to make it not just a night of boxing, it's a night of entertainment, you know. So yeah, it's on till midnight tonight, so hopefully everyone stays till the end and hopefully everyone enjoys it.
I'm here to support Ben SPANN in Change Your Life, Put Down the Knife. It's great to have the opportunity to give the youth of today some guidance and, you know, and raise awareness in them areas. I've been in a position where, you know, I've been in front of someone who's been carrying a knife and he's threatened me. And because of my ego, my pride, you know, I continue to go forward and he ended up getting stabbed. Now, on reflection, I think to myself, if I had the opportunity to go back and ask myself the same question, I'd tell myself to run for the hills and live to fight another day. That's the swear. That's, for me, it'd be like, look, just go. Put all that pride down, put all that ego down, walk away. You know, there's no shame in not dying.
Well, my reason to come here today, I'm coming to support Ben SPANN. We started up Change Your Life, Put Down Your Knife a couple of years ago. And for us, it's just about getting it out there, getting the tournament or the night out there so lots of people can see what we're doing. Hopefully bring some awareness to Change Your Life, Put Down Your Knife.
Ben, calm me down, charity event, put your knife down. I understand about all this, yeah? Put your knife down is about this, yeah, okay? You only pick up a knife when you feel insecure, where you don't feel you can have a fight, where you feel not up to the part. But don't feel like that, you know? It's not about picking up a weapon to turn up, you know, because that will just land you inside. It will land you inside. It landed me inside, you know. Knives I used to pick up because, like I said, you know me, I was insecure. Insecure of my own abilities, insecure of if I go to a job, can I handle it? But that life is all bad, yeah, okay? You don't need to pick up any tool.
It's quite ironic. Most people that carry a knife are really scared, afraid people, yeah? They've got so many insecurities. So normally they carry a knife because they're afraid to get a whack on the chin. They're afraid of their own fucking shadow normally. But what they don't realise is that the minute they stab someone and kill someone, they're going to spend 15 or 20 years in prison, being surrounded by the hardest people in the system. You know, so every day they're going to come out, they're going to be more afraid than they was on the street. So really, you know, the only advice is I'd give them is don't carry a knife, because one, you're going to spend your life in prison, and two, you're going to destroy a family's life for something really stupid.
I believe what Ben's doing is a benefit for the national. It's important to raise awareness in different pockets of the community, in different pockets of the UK, which is, we've got North West, which is weapons down, gloves up for us. That's a personal knife crime campaign that we're working with. And I think Ben is set in the Midlands, and he's broadened his horizons worldwide, so I think it's important, yeah.
I'm fighting a lad called Duncan Lowe. He's a Coventry lad. He's slightly more experienced than me. When I was 14 years old, I started smoking cannabis. That's when I was first introduced to it, but it was cannabis resin. So we used to smoke that in not so much joints, but in more bongs. As I was growing up, the market changed. So I got to around 16, and there was the cannabis resin sort of died out, and it was more of an import that was coming in from places like Spain and the Netherlands. The cost of the kilo then was around £3,600. Around the early 2000s, we had a massive drought of import, and there was people may remember it. There was a form of cannabis that came around that was sprayed with sand and glass particles. It was horrendous. It was the worst tasting stuff ever. People still brought it. I was one of them. But it got to the stage where you just couldn't physically smoke it. It was burning your throat. It was horrendous. At that stage there, that's when the cultivation boom started in England. People realised that there was a market for the cannabis, and people started cultivating it more locally.